Hello! My name is Deanne, and today I am reading Free Reading 2024 Player's Handbook Chapter 3 Character Classes Druid. The Druid class is one of my personal favorites. They are versatile spellcasters as well as combatants. With their connection to nature, they have shape-shifting abilities that aren't halted by silent spells, a key fact there, and can easily control any battlefield. Truly a worthy ally. Your playstyle is limitless here. Core Druid traits. Primary ability is Wisdom. Hit dice is D8 per Druid level. Saving throws proficiencies are Intelligence and Wisdom. Skill proficiencies. Choose 2. Arcane, Animal, Handling, Insight, Medicine, Nature, Perception, Religion, or Survival. Weapon proficiencies. Simple weapons. Tool proficiencies. Herbalism kit. Armor training. Light and shields. Starting equipment. Choose A or B. A is leather armor, shield, sickle, druid focus, quarterstaff, explorer's pack, herbalism kit, and 9 gold pieces. Or B is 50 gold pieces. Druids belong to an ancient orders that call on the forces of nature, harnessing the magic of animals, plants, and the 4 elements. Druids heal, transform into animals, and wield elemental destruction. Revering nature above all. Individual druids gain their magic from nature, a nature deity, or both, and they typically unite with other druids to perform rites that mark the passage of the seasons and their natural cycles. Druids are connected with the delicate ecological balance, that sustains plants and animal life, and with the need for people to live in harmony with nature. Druids often guard sacred sites or watch over regions of unspoiled nature, but when a significant danger arises, druids take a more active role as adventurers who combat the threat. Becoming a druid as a level 1 character. Gain all the traits in the core druid traits table. Gain the druid's level 1 features, which are listed in the druid features table. As a multi-class character, gain the following traits from the core druid traits table: hit point die and training with light armor and shields. Gain the druid's level 1 features, which are listed in the druid features table. See multiclassing rules in chapter 2 to determine your available spell slots. Druid class features. As a druid, you gain the following class features when you reach the specified druid levels. These features are listed in the druid's features table. Level 1, spell casting. You have learned to cast spells through studying the mystical forces of nature. See chapter 7 for the rules on spell casting. The information below details how you use these rules with druid spells, which appear on the druid spells list in the class's description. Cantrips. You know 2 cantrips of your choice from the druid spell list. Druidcraft and Produce Flame are recommended. Whenever you gain a druid's level, you can replace one of your cantrips with another cantrip of your choice from the druid spell list.
When you reach Druid levels 4 and 10, you learn another cantrip of your choice from the Druid spell list, as shown on the cantrips column of the Druid features table. Spell slots. The Druid features table shows how many spell slots you have to cast your level 1 plus spells. You regain all expended spell slots when you finish a long rest. Prepared spells of the level prepared spells of level 1 plus. You prepare the list of spells level 1 plus spells that are available for you to cast with this feature. To start, choose 4 level 1 spells from the Druid spells list. Animal Friendship, Cure Wounds, Fairy Fire, and Thunderwave are recommended. The number of spells on your spell list increases as you gain Druid levels, as shown in the prepared spells column of the Druid features table. Whenever that number increases, choose additional spells from the Druid spell list until the number of spells on your list matches the number on the table. The chosen spells must be of a level for which you have spell slots. For example, if you're a level 3 Druid, your prepared spells can include 6 spells of level 1 and 2 in any combination. If another Druid feature gives you spells that you always have prepared, those spells don't count against the number of spells you can prepare with this feature. But those spells otherwise count as Druid spells for you. Changing your prepared spells. Whenever you finish a long rest, you can change your list of prepared spells, replacing any number of spells with other Druid spells for which you have spell slots. Spellcasting ability. Wisdom is your spellcasting ability for Druid spells. Spellcasting focus. You can use a Druidic focus as a spellcasting focus for your Druid spells. That ends page 79. Here we have the Druid features, the level, the proficiency bonus, the class features. I'm going to list off to you some of the class features. You have the spellcasting, Druidic primal order, wild shape, wild companion, Druid subclass, ability score improvement, wild resurgent. You have elemental fury. Your subclass feature is at 10th level. Some ability score improvements in there. Improved elemental fury, beast spells, epic boon, and arch druid at level 20. And on the other side here we have the spell slots per level. You can look that up or Google that. I don't think I need to read that to you. You have level 1 Druidic. You know Druidic, the secret language of the Druids. While learning this ancient tongue, you also unlock the magic of communicating with animals. You always have Speak with Animals spell prepared. You can use Druidic to leave hidden messages. And others, Druidic automatically spot such a message. Others spot the message's presence with the successful DC 15 intelligence investigation check, but can't decipher it without magic. Level 1 Primal Order. You have dedicated yourself to one of the following sacred roles of your choice. Magician. You know one extra cantrip from the Druid spell list. In addition, your mystical connection to nature gives you a bonus to your intelligence, arcane, or nature checks. The bonus equals your wisdom modifier, minimum of bonus +1. Warden. Train for battle. You gain proficiency with martial weapons and training with medium armor. Level 2, Wild Shape. The power of nature allows you to assume the form of an animal. As a bonus action, your shape shifts into a beast form that you have learned. For this feature, see known forms below. You stay in that form for a number of hours equal to or half your druid level, or until you use the wild shape again. You have the incapacitated condition or die. You can also leave the form early as a bonus action. Of uses. You can use wild shape twice. You regain one extended use when you finish a short rest, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. You gain additional uses when you reach certain druid levels, as shown in the wild shape column of the druid features table. Known forms. You know 4 beast forms. For this feature, choose from amongst the beast stat blocks that have a maximum challenge rating of 1/4 and that lack the fly speed. See Appendix B for stat blocks options. The rat, riding horse, spider, and wolf are recommended. Whenever you finish a long rest, you can replace one of your known forms with another eligible form. That ends page 80. When you reach certain druid levels, your number of known forms and the maximum challenge rating for these forms increases, as shown in the beast shapes table. In addition, starting at level 8, you can adopt a form that has a fly speed. When you're choosing your forms, you may look at the monster's manual or elsewhere for eligible beasts if the dungeon master permits you to do so. Druid level 2, known forms 4, 1/4, no fly speed. Druid level 4, you have 6 known forms, half max CR, no fly speed. Druid level 8, 8 known forms, 1 max. Yes, fly speed. Rules: while shape-shifted. While in a form, you retain your personality, memories, and ability to speak. The following rules apply. Temporary hit points. This is different. When you assume a wild shape form, you gain a number of temporary hit points equal to your druid level. It's bye-bye tank. Game statistics. Your game statistics are replaced by the beast stat block, but you retain your creature type, hit points, hit point dice, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma scores, class features, ooh, that's cool, languages, and feats. Great. You also retain your skill and saving throw proficiencies and use your proficiency bonus for them. In addition, you gain the proficiencies of the creature. If a skill or saving throw modifier in the beast stat blocks is higher than yours, use the one in the stat block. No spell casting. You can't cast spells, but shape-shifting doesn't break your concentration or otherwise interfere with a spell that you've already cast. So cast your spells first, guys. Objects. Your ability to handle objects is determined by the form's limbs rather than your own. Obvious. In addition, you choose whether your equipment falls into space, emerges into your new form, or is worn by it. Cool. Worn equipment functions as normal, but the DM decides whether it's practical for the new form to wear a piece of equipment based on the creature's size and shape. Your equipment doesn't change size or shape to match the new form. And any equipment that the new form can't wear must either fall to the ground or merge with the form. Equipment that merges with the form has no effect while you're in that form. Level 2, Wild Companion. You can summon a nature spirit that assumes an animal form to aid you. As a magic action, you can expend a spell slot, it's different, or use the wild shape to cast the Find Familiar spell without material components. When you cast this spell in this way, the familiar is fey and disappears when you finish a long rest. Well, I mean, making it just like a wizard. Like, oh no. Level 3, Druid subclass. You gain a Druid subclass of your choice. The Circle of the Land, Circle of the Moon, Circle of the Sea, Circle of the Stars subclasses are detailed after this class's description. A subclass is a specialization that grants you features at certain Druid levels. For the rest of your career, you gain each of these subclasses features that are your Druid level or lower. Level 4, Ability Score Improvement. You gain the Ability Score Improvement feat. See Chapter 5 or other feat of your choice for which you qualify. You gain this feature again at Druid levels 8, 12, and 16. Level 5, Wild Resurgence. Once on each of your turns, if you have no uses of your wild shape left, you can give yourself one use by expending a spell slot. No action required. In addition, you can expend one use of your wild shape, no action required, to give yourself a level 1 spell slot. But you can't do it again until you finish a long rest. Level 7, Elemental Fury. The might of the elements flows through you. You gain one of the following options of your choice. Potent spellcasting. Add your wisdom modifier to your damage you deal with any Druid cantrip. Primal Strike. Once on each of your turns, when you hit a creature with an action roll using a weapon or beast form's attack in wild shape, you can cause the target to take an extra 1d8 cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage. Choose when you hit. Level 15, Improved Elemental Fury. The option you choose for Elemental Fury grows more powerful, as detailed below. Potent Spellcasting. When you cast a Druid cantrip with a range of 10 feet or greater, the spell's range increases by 300 feet. Primal Strike. An extra damage of your Primal Strike is 2d8. Level 18. While using wild shape, you can cast spells in beast form, except for any spell that has material components with a cost specified or that consumes the material component. Level 19, Epic Boon. You gain an Epic Boon feat. See Chapter 5 or an additional feat of your choice for which you qualify. Boon dimensional travel is recommended. Level 20, Arch Druid. The vitality of nature constantly blooms within you, granting you the following benefits. Evergreen Wild Shape. Whenever you roll initiative and have no uses for wild shape left, you will gain one expended use of it. Nature Magician. You can convert uses of wild shape into a spell slot, no action required. Choose a number of your unexpended uses of wild shape and convert them into a single spell slot, with each use contributing 2 spell levels. For example, if you convert 2 uses of wild shape, you produce a level 4 spell slot. Once you use this benefit, you can't do it again until a long rest. Longevity. The primal magic that you wield causes you to age more slowly. For every 10 years that you pass, your body ages only 1 year. Druid spell list.
This section presents a Druid spell list. The spells are organized by spell level and they are alphabetized, and each spell school of magic is listed. The spell specialization column C means that the spell requires concentration. R means that it's a ritual. M means that it requires specific material component. Cantrips. Level 0 Druid spells. Okay, so for cantrips, you have Druid Craft, Elementalism, Guidance, Mending, Message, Poison Spray, Produce Flame, Resistant Shillelagh, Spare the Dying, Starry Wisp, Thorn Whip, and Thorn Clap. Level 1, you have Animal Friendship, Charm Person, Create, Destroy, Water, Detect Magic, Detect Poison and Disease, Entangle, Fairy Fire, Fog Cloud, Goodberry, Healing Word, Ice Knife, Jump, Long Strider, Protection from Evil and Good, Purify Food and Drink, Speak with Animals, Thunder Wave. For your Druid 2 level spells, you have Aid, Animal Messenger, Augury, Bark Skin, Beast Sense, Continual Flame, Dark Vision, Enhance Ability, Enlarge Reduce, Find Traps, Flame Blade, Flaming Spear, Gust of Wind, Heat Metal, Hold Person, Lesser Restoration, Locate Animals or Plants, Locate Object, Moonbeam, Pass Without a Trace, Protection from Poison, Spike Growth, Summon Beast. Level 3 Druid spells, Aura of Vitality, Call Lightning, Conjure Animals, Daylight, Dispel Magic, Elemental Weapon, Feign Death, Meld into Stone, Plant Growth, Protection from Energy, Revivify, Sleet Storm, Speak with Plants, Summon Fae, Water Breathing, Water Walk, and Wind Wall. For your level 4 Druid spells, we have Blight, Charm Monster, Confusion, Conjure Minor Elementals, Conjure Woodland Beings, Control Water, Divination, Dominate the Beast, Fire Shield, Font of Moonlight, Freedom of Movement, Giant Insect, Grasping Vines, Hallucinatory Terrain, Ice Storm, Locate Creature, Polymorph, Stone Shape, Stone Skin, Summon Elemental, and Wall of Fire. Druid level 5. You have Anti-Life Shell, Awaken, Commune with Nature, Cone of Cold, Conjure Elemental, Contagion, Geese, Greater Restoration, Insect Plague, Mass Cure Wounds, Planar Binding, Reincarnate, Scrying, Tree Stride, Wall of Stone. Okay, for level 6, you have Conjure Fae, Find the Path, Flesh to Stone, Heal, Hero's Feast, Move Earth, Sunbeam, Transport via Plants, Wall of Thorns, Wind Walk. Level 7, Firestorm, Mirage Arcane, Plane Shift Regenerate, Reverse Gravity, oh cool, Symbol. Level 8, Animal Shapes, Antipathy, Sympathy, Befuddlement, Control, Weather. Top of the page. Earthquake, Incendiary Cloud, Sunburst, Tsunami, 9th level spells. Foresight, Shape Change. Storm of Vengeance, True Resurrection. Druid subclasses. A Druid subclass is a specialization that grants you features at certain Druid levels, as specified in the subclass. Druids form loose associations, which they call circles. This section presents the circle of the land, circle of the moon, circle of the sea, and circle of the star subclasses. Circle of the land. Celebrate connection with the natural world. The circle of the land comprises mystics and sages who safeguard ancient knowledge and rites. These druids meet within sacred circles of the trees or standing stones to whisper primal secrets in Druidic. These circles' wisest members preside as the chief presence of their communities. Chief priests of their communities. Level 3, Circle of the Land spells. Whenever you finish a long rest, choose one type of the land, arid, polar, temperature, or this is temperature, or tropical. Consult your table below that corresponds with your chosen types. You have the spells listed for your druid level and lower prepared. Acrid land. So at level 3 you have blur, burning hands, firebolt. At level 5 you have fireball. Wow, you get fireball. At level 7 you have blight. 9 it's wall of stone. The polar land you have level 3 fog cloud, hold person, ray of frost. At level 5 you have sleep storm. At level 7 you have ice storm. At level 9 you have cone of cold. Moving on from page 84 to page 85. Temperate land. Druid level 3 you have misty step, shocking grass, sleep. Level 5, Lightning Bolt. Level 7, Freedom of Movement. Level 9, True Strike. I'm sorry. That is True Stride. Tropical Land. Druid level 3. Acid Splash. Ray of Sickness. Web. Level 5, Stinking Cloud. Level 7, Polymorph. Level 9, Insect Plague. Level 3, Land's Aid. As a magic action, you can expend a use of your wild shape and choose a point within 60 feet of yourself. Vitality-giving flowers and life-draining thorns appear for a moment in a 10-foot radius sphere centered at that point. Each creature of your choice in the sphere must make a Constitution saving throw against your spell save DC, taking 2d6 necrotic damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one. One creature of your choice in that area regains 2d6 hit points. The damage and the healing increase by 1d6 when you reach druid levels 10, 3d6, and 14, 4d6. Level 6, Natural Recovery. You can cast one of the level 1+ spells that you have prepared for your Circle Spells feature without expending a spell slot, and you must finish a long rest before you use this again. In addition, when you finish a short rest, you can choose expended spell slots to recover. The spell slots can be combined together and equal to or less than your druid level round up, and none of them can be level 6+. For example, if you're a level 6 druid, you can recover up to 3 levels worth of spell slots. You can recover level 3 spell slots, a level 2 spell slot, and a level 1 spell slot, or 3 level 1 spell slots. Once you recover spell slots with this feature, you can't do it again until you finish a long rest. Level 10, Nature's Ward. You are immune to poison condition, and you have resistance to damage
type associated with your current land choice in the circle spells feature, as shown on the Nature's Ward table. Nature's Ward table. You have acid, land type acid, resistance fire, temperature, land. Okay, this land type, I'm reading again. Okay, so polar, it's cold. Temperate, it's lightning. Tropical, poison. That's it for page 85.
Level 14, Nature's Sanctuary. As a magic action, you can expend the use of your wild shape and cause special trees and vines to appear in a 15-foot cube on the ground within 120 feet of yourself. They last there for 1 minute or until you have the incapacitated condition or die. You and your allies have half cover while in the area, and your allies gain the current resistance to your Nature's Ward while there. As a bonus action, you can move the cube up to 60 feet to the ground
Level
within 120
6.
feet of yourself.
Improved circle form.
Circle
While
of the
in wild shape
moon.
form, you gain
Adopt
the following
an animal
benefits.
forms to
Lunar
guard the
radiance.
wilds. Druids
Each of your
the animal
attacks in the wild shape
of the
form
circle of the
can
moon
deal
draw on
normal
the lunar
damage
magic
type
to
or
transform
radiance
themselves.
damage.
Their order
You make this choice
gathers
when
under the
each
moon
time
to
you
share
hit
the
with those
news and
attacks.
perform rituals.
Increased toughness.
Changeable as the moon.
You can add your wisdom
druid
modifier
of
to your
this circle
constitution
might
saving
prowl
throw.
as a great cat
Level
one night
10.
and soar
Moonlight
over the
step.
treetops as an eagle
You
the next
magically
day,
transport yourself
and then crash
reappearing amid a
undergrowth
burst
as a
of
bear to
moonlight.
drive off.
As a bonus action,
trespassing
you teleport up to
monsters.
30 feet
The
to an
wild
unoccupied space
is
you can
in
see,
the druid's blood.
and you have advantage
Level
on
3,
the next attack
circle
roll
4.
you make before
You
the end
can
of
channel
this turn.
lunar magic when
You can use
assume
this
a
feature
wild
a number
shape
of
form,
times equal to
granting
your
you
wisdom
the
modifier
benefits
minimum
below.
of once.
Challenge
And you
rating.
regain
The
all
maximum
expended
challenge
uses.
rating of
When you
this
finish
form
a long
equals your
rest,
druid level
you can
divided
regain
by
uses
3
by
round
expending
down.
A level 2 plus
Armor
spell
class.
slot for each
Until
use
you
of
leave this
each
form, your
use you
armor
want
class
to
equals
restore.
13 plus
No
your
action
wisdom modifier. If
Level
that total
14,
is higher than
lunar
the beast
form.
AC.
The
Cool.
power of the moon
Temporary hit points.
subuses
You gain a
you.
number of temporary hit
granting
points
you the following
equal
benefits.
to 3 times your
Improved lunar
druid
radiance.
level.
Once per turn, you can deal an extra
So you're
2d10
not
radiant
really the
damage
tank, but you
to
have
a
better
target
armor
you
class.
hit.
Okay.
With a
Level
wild shape
3
forms attack.
circle of the moon spells.
Shared
when you reach
Whenever
the
you
druid
use
level
Moonlight Step,
specified
you
in
can
the
also
circle of the
transport
moon
one willing
spells
creature.
table,
That creature
you
must be
therefore
within 10 feet
always
of you,
have
and
the
you
listed spells
teleport it to
prepared.
unoccupied
In
space.
addition,
You
you
can see
can
within 10
cast
feet of
these
your
spells
dimensional
from
space.
this feature while you're in wild shape
We are
form.
moving on to
awesome.
Circle of the Sea.
Druid level 3.
Become one with
Cure
tides and
wounds,
storms.
moonbeam, starry
Druids of the
wits.
circle of the
Level
sea
5,
draw on
conjure
the
animals. Level 7,
the
font of moonlight.
tempestuous
Level 9,
forces of the
mask
ocean and
your
storms.
wounds.
Some use
Wounds.
themselves as an embodiment of nature's wrath, seeking vengeance against those who despoil nature, while others seek mystical unity with nature by attuning themselves to the ebb and flow of the tides, following the rush of the currents and waves, and listening to inscrutable whispers of the roars of the winds. Level 3, Circle of the Sea spells. When you reach a druid level specified in the Circle of the Sea spells table, you thereafter always have these listed spells prepared. And at 3rd level, you have Fog Cloud, Gust of Wind, Ray of Frost, Shatter, Thunder Wave. At level 5, you have Lightning Bolt and Water Breathing. At level 7, you have Control Water, Ice Storm. At level 9, you have Conjure Elemental Hold Monster.
Level 3, Wrath of the Sea. As a bonus action, you can expend use of your wild shape to manifest a 5-foot emanation that takes form of an ocean spray that surrounds you for 10 minutes. It ends early if you dismiss it, no action required, manifest it again, or have the incapacitated condition. When you manifest the emanation, and as a bonus action on your subsequent turns, you can choose another creature you can see in the emanation. The target must succeed a Constitution saving throw against your spell save DC or take cold damage. And if the creature is large or smaller, be pushed up to 15 feet away from you. To determine this damage, roll a number of d6s equal to your wisdom modifier, minimum of 1 die. Level 6, Aquatic Affinity. The size of the emanation created by your Wrath of the Sea increases to 10 feet. In addition, you gain a swimming speed equal to your speed. Level 10, Stormborn. Your Wrath of the Sea confers to more benefits while active as detailed below. Flight. Can't read. You gain a fly speed equal to your speed. Resistance. You have resistance to cold, lightning, and thunder damage. That's the end of page 87. Level 14, Oceanic Gift. Instead of manifesting the emanation of the Wrath of the Sea around you, you can manifest it around one willing creature within 60 feet of yourself. That creature gains all the benefits of the emanation and uses your spell, save DC, and wisdom modifier for it. In addition, you can manifest emanation around both the other creatures and yourself if you expend 2 uses of your spell shape instead of 1 when manifesting it. Moving on to Circle of the Stars. Harness the secrets hidden in the constellations. The Circle of the Stars has tracked heavenly patterns since the time immortal, discovering the secrets hidden amid the constellations. By understanding these secrets, the Druid of the Circle seeks to harness powers of the cosmos. Level 3, Star Map. You've created a star chart as part of your heavenly studies. It is a tiny object, and you can use it as a spellcasting focus for your Druid spells. You determine its form by rolling on the star map table or by choosing one. While holding the map, you have the guidance and the golden guiding bolt spell prepared. And you can cast guiding bolt without expending a spell slot. You can cast it in that way a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier, minimum of once. And you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. If you lose the map, you can perform a 1-hour ceremony to magically create a replacement. This ceremony can be performed during a short or long rest, and it destroys the previous map. Here we have the chart for the star map. Okay, so you roll the 1d6, and on a 1 you have a scroll bearing depictions of constellations. Number 2, a stone tablet with fine holes drilled through it. Number 3, an owlbear hide tooled with stellar symbols. Number 4, a collection of maps bound in an ebony cover. Number 5, a crystal engraved with starry patterns. Number 6, a glass disc etched with the constellations. Level 3, story form. As a bonus action, you can expend a use of your wild shape feature to take on the story form rather than shape shifting. While in your story form, you retain your game statistics But your body becomes luminous. Your joints glimmer like the stars, and glowing lines connected to them as a star chart. This form sheds bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim light an additional 10 feet. The form lasts for 10 minutes. It ends... No, next page, please. Okay, it's not going to the next page. Thank you. Okay. Early, if you dismiss it, no action required, have the incapacitated condition, or use this feature again. Whenever you assume the starry form, choose which of the following constellation glimmers on your body. Your choice gives you a certain benefits while in the form. Archer. A constellation of an archer appears on you. When you activate this form as a bonus action on your subsequent turns while it lasts, you can make a ranged spell attack hurling a luminous arrow that targets one creature within 60 feet of yourself. On a hit, the attack deals radiant damage equal to 1d6 plus your wisdom modifier. Chalice. A constellation of a life-giving goblet appears on you. Whenever you cast a spell using this spell slot that restores hit points to a creature, you or another creature within 30 feet of you can gain hit points equal to 1d8 plus your wisdom modifier. Dragon. The constellation of the wise dragon appears on you. When you make an intelligence or wisdom check or constitution saving throw to maintain concentration, you can treat a roll of 9 or lower on the d20 as a 10. Level 6, Cosmic Omen. Whenever you finish a long rest, you can consult your star map for omens and a die roll. Until you finish a next long rest, you gain access to special reaction based on whether you rolled on the odd or even or odd number on the dice. Wheel is even. Whenever a creature you can see within 30 feet of you is about to make a d20 test, you can take a reaction and roll a 1d6 and add that number to the total. Whoa. Whenever you see a creature within 30 feet of you is about to make a d20 test, you can make a reaction roll 1d6 and subtract that number from its total. You can use this reaction number times equal to your wisdom modifier, minimum of once, and you gain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. Level 10, Twinkling Constellations. The constellations of your story form improve. The 1d8 of the archer and the chalice becomes a 2d8, and while the dragon is active, you have a fly speed of 20 feet and can hover. Moreover, at the start of each of your turns, while in the story form, you can change which constellation glimmers on your body. Level 14, Full of Stars. While in your starry form, you become partially incorporeal, giving you resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. That is the end of the Druid section of the Player's Handbook 2024. My name is Deanne, and I hope you are enjoying this. Like, subscribe, and you can put your thoughts in the comments as long as they are respectful. We can discuss what you think. And stay tuned till the next chapter. I think we're going into Fighter. And that's it.